good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is on.
Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. Catch inside the 30 and still alive. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27.
Nice play there. I know, when you think Notre Dame's football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that touchdown just got whistle placed. Isn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. Johnson. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Just a few games remaining. They're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal. You still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line. Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. He can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quickly to the tight end. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this offense.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gonna run it. It's Humphries. Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. He's got more. It's a seam wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. On the option. He'll pitch it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Notre Dame right back to the line. Give to the back. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, wrap up, you have to wrap up.
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Cantrell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run it to the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
When you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down. They've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release by the QB. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's caught. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to look downfield again. Trying to set up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it will be 1st and goal. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The running game's been thrown in reverse. Would they dare try to run it again on 3rd down and goal? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to let it go. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Akbar.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll immediately call timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He got it. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the pass rush gets home.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick strike complete. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Reads it, fires complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Creates a little space. Jumped on top of the pile.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and 1 by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
And the Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll go to the ground. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll ride the hot hand. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators.
And no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the ground. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Come on, man up.
The toss to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Floats it out in space. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football.
And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, did they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Quarterback will keep it. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense. They're in a precarious
listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Browning. Across the 25. He's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Gators getting set on first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, the head coach is looking real smart after gambling for it there on fourth and short in field goal range, but he trusts his quarterback to go to the right place with the football.
And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. On the option. Quick toss. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together, man. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. What a job by the return team there. Took an 84 and put a touchdown on the board. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
And And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gators want to move quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Browning. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Swings it out to his running back. Brings it to the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It's really see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.